Little horse today. Okay, so the low income subsidy extra help. Sorry, I'm gonna put the chat box over here. Okay, this is gonna go through what the program actually is, the eligibility requirements, and how to apply. And actually, what is extra help? The extra help program helps beneficiaries with limited financial resources pay for their Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage. Now, if eligible, you can pay a lower or no monthly premium, low or no initial deductible, have coverage in the coverage gap or what's called the donut hole, or pay very little for your prescription drugs that are covered by your Medicare Part D plan. Now, to be eligible, you are automatically eligible for the program if you receive full Medicaid coverage. Your Medicaid helps pay your Part B premiums, or you're deemed eligible by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Now, if you don't fall into one of those, you actually have to apply, but that's automatically qualification, but you can qualify if you have Part B, your income is below 150% of the federal poverty level. And on the next slide is actually the income and asset limits. And I do have copies of these, or you can easily call and I can go through it with you to see if you're eligible, so you don't have to remember this. But it's got a pretty high income limit. So even if you're not eligible for Medicare Savings Program, you may be eligible for this program. So it's always good to call and see, because the monthly income limit is $1,615. Now, even as far as your prescription co-payments, it's going to differ between whether you're Medicaid eligible or you have a full or partial subsidy, and that's all based on income. So now, how to apply. You can apply online. It's a very short application at www.socialsecurity.gov/extra help, or you can call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 to apply over the phone or request a paper application to be mailed to you. So like I said, if you have any questions, give us a call. But like I said, it opens up, being eligible for the program, like I said, there's no donut hole. It also opens up a special enrollment periods throughout the year, up to 3. Before open enrollment starts October 15th to December 7th every year. This opens up potentially for 3 more enrollment periods, once per quarter, for you to be able to change plans. So it also eliminates the Part D penalty that you may have occurred if you didn't apply right away, waited to get your Part D. So that's kind of the gist of it. Pretty short and sweet.
So when you're talking about 3 different additional periods to enroll, is that for the Part D plan itself, or for if your income changes and you need a different level of the low income subsidy?
Well, if your income changes, that's a special enrollment period as well, but this one you can open up and take a look at Part D plans and switch between the plans. So it opens up once per quarter, January to March, and once per time. You can't enroll in something and then switch back. You got to enroll and then wait for the next enrollment period to switch back if you didn't like it. But you have that enrollment period every year, but this just opens it up for you to kind of explore a little bit.
And we know that picking the right Part D plan is important based on what prescriptions you have.
Exactly. And it may be a case of where if you're prescribed a new medication from your doctor that your plan wouldn't cover, it's really good to have that extra enrollment period, because then you look in and add that medication, see if there's something else or comparable. But that's probably the main thing, is if your prescriptions change, you're not stuck for possibly 9 to 10 months,
That's a good example, because some people are on, chronic stable meds, but a lot of people do change pretty regularly. So that's good to look into. So then if your prices go up, does it compare what your costs are to what your income is, or is it always just flat income based? You qualify or you don't?
For the extra help program?
Yes.
Yes. Either the limit was $1,600, 15 a month, but where it falls into is the different income brackets of whether you get a Medicaid eligible, you get different benefits, and then if your income's higher than that, then it goes into full subsidies, partial subsidies, of different amounts you would pay for prescriptions and stuff. But
Gotcha.
it's got those gauges, those limits, kind of a ladder. But even a partial subsidy will cover up, you'll have a 15% co-insurance on your medications. So it's kind of additional, hopefully, to your Part D on top of it.
Cool. Every little bit counts, I always say. So
Yes, especially with prescriptions. There's some hefty prescriptions out there, and especially some of the maintenance medications, it can really, really help. And like I said, it adds extra benefits. If you have expensive prescriptions that are being covered, you don't have to worry about that donut hole. They haven't completely eliminated it, but they're trying to make it smaller. But like I said, when people hit that, this eliminates it completely. So
nice benefit. Any
Very nice.
questions that folks on the phone might have? We did get a request for the slides, Jamie, that somebody would like to
Yes.
have sent to them. I don't know if
I
there's a
can
link
definitely
you can do that, but
email those. So if you want to put maybe your email in the chat box, I can get that email out to you. Like I said, that's easy enough. And then if you need a copy of the sheet here of the income limits that were in the slide, I have that available as well if you want to take a look. Okay. So really short, nice application, actually. It's like one page.
is it something that folks have to apply for every year, Jamie?
I believe they have redetermination periods. I haven't gotten too much into that, but I have seen them mentioned. So probably periodically. I don't think it's every year, like the Medicare Savings Program through DHS.
Okay.
But because generally that is income, if you're individual, unless there's a cost of living increase, generally that might be income that stays pretty stable for some people.
Okay. Any other questions from anybody? All right, like you said, short and sweet, but really good information and really helpful information for folks. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, especially to let people know about programs that they may think they may not be eligible for, because it is a high, not a high income limit, but it's higher than most assistance programs, which is nice. So.
Okay. And then if folks need help applying, you can walk them through that process as well, right?
Always, yeah.
Always, yeah.
Always.
All right. Thanks, folks. Have a great rest of the afternoon.